Hey everybody, it's me Josh with Hope, and I am showing you a couple of brief sessions. I'm about to do one right now and ask for Sebastian Rogers, the young boy that is missing. I do not know anything about that case, and I'm glad I don't. I didn't want to look up anything prior to asking about him. I did ask for Elijah Vue the other night, and I didn't get much, but I did get some, and I'm going to show you that brief session first. But I'm going to ask for Sebastian Rogers, and I believe he is the autistic child that was walked off, I think, from the brief understanding. I think he had a flashlight. I know his father is looking for him. I do not know any other details about this boy. And I'm going to ask and invite my guides to work with me and see if there's any information that I can get. I do not know if he's deceased, alive, or what. But maybe there's something that we can get. But first, let me show you what I captured when asking for Elijah Vue. Doing a brief session to ask about a missing child. His name is Elijah Vue. I do not know what has happened to him. No one does. He's missing. There's a reward for details. The mother or the guardians of this child have been arrested, and details of neglect, just pure evil. It's just absolutely disturbing. So I wanted to invite my guides to give me some information if they knew, if they could, if we can connect. I'm going to try to connect to that energy. I'm going to turn on my warm-up app and work with that briefly. Work with me, guys. Help me understand if there's any information that we can gather that you can give us regarding this little boy, this beautiful child, Elijah Vue, 3 years old. He was told to leave the house, and now he's missing. Elijah Vue. I see him sitting down in a dark room with like a TV glow. Looks like a dirty room. I don't know if this is where he was before he went missing or if this is where he is now. I feel like I see a larger man with like a larger stomach, like a fat kind of, looks like a greasy kind of man. I'm not asking for him because I don't know what happened to him. We don't know. But a case like this is so troubling. Help us understand if there's any information you can give us. I'm going to give you guys a voice. I'm going to ask for one of my guides to use one of the voices here in a minute. And I'm going to ask some questions that I'm asking now. I'm not going to go too long. I'm going to give you guys a voice here in a moment. I just wanted to open the lines up so that you could speak kind of freely. give you guys a voice. I invite one of my guides, please work with me, sit with me. I see this boy dirty. I see him in a small place. I see one long straight road. It's almost like I don't know if it's a hotel or an apartment complex that looks run down. And I can't tell if this is where he was before or if this is where he is now. Can I ask any of you, Michael, Chris, if you guys know, if there's any information that you maybe can share with us, where is Elijah Vue? Someone. I got someone. I see kind of looks like a rundown apartment complex or motel, hotel, like motel kind of place. It seems like I see a bed and this little kid dirty sitting on the floor. It's a dark room, the glow of a TV. Feels like there's a man with like greasy hair and he's kind of has a large stomach. It doesn't feel like it's any of the two that were arrested. Did someone pick him up when he was sent out to go leave the house at 3 years old? Did someone pick him up? Does the mother know? Does the boyfriend or the mother know where he is now? I don't understand it. I know what my training teaches me. I know that everything happens for a reason. I know that regardless of what ultimately happens to him, he's going to be okay. His soul will be okay. But I do hope and pray that this little boy is found and he's found okay. Is there any other information that you guys can give us tonight about this boy, Elijah Vue? How about now? Any final message through the box about this little boy? Any information that you guys might be able to, give us? I tried connecting and I only saw a few things. Anything else that you would like to say? Thank you guys tonight for, even regardless of what came through, thank you for helping, or at least trying. It's out of the kindness of my heart, out of love. Any final message tonight through here? Okay. I'm going to ask for one question through the recorder, if we can maybe get something clear through there, okay? Okay. I'm going to ask for one question. I'm asking one of the guides. Please work with me. Try to give us a message through here if you can. Maybe there's more that you can deliver through here. that you weren't able to through the box. I know it's hard for me to make out what comes through here sometimes, but we've had a lot of wonderful messages through here before. Let's see. To my guides, is there anything that you can tell us about the whereabouts or how Elijah Vue is doing? All right, asking again, is there anything that my guides can tell us about the whereabouts of where Elijah Vue is or how he's doing?
Anything that my guides can tell us about the whereabouts of where Elijah Vue is or how he's doing?
So as you can see, there was information coming through. It was a little vague, but the guides were aware of him, and there were responses pertaining to him, but there wasn't enough there. That's a very sad case, very disturbing case. This case with Sebastian Rogers, I see many others doing sessions asking for him, and I do not know what they're getting. I've had many followers ask me to reach out and see if I could get anything, so I'm going to do that now. I've got my physical box, I've got my reverse mini setup here, and I'm going to turn on my warm-up app first and just connect with my guides and see if there's anything that I can pick up on that. I'm inviting my guides, Michael, Chris, Brian, Patrick, Betsy, and any of the Hope Helpers. They are willing to work with me for a brief period tonight. I do not know if there's any information that we could get regarding this young boy that is missing. We don't know if there's foul play or if he's alive. But his name is Sebastian Rogers. Now, what's interesting, when I was meditating just a few minutes ago, I was quiet. I saw woods. Leaves on the ground. Woods. Trees. I didn't see any other buildings. I saw this, I don't know if he's 10, 12, or what he is. I saw this boy wearing kind of a thin jacket laying on the forest floor. And I felt like he was unconscious. I felt like he had been there. I don't know if that has anything to do with this boy or if this was something else I was seeing, but it was the only thing that I was seeing. Now, was there any truth to that vision that I was seeing, or is that about something else? Is that just something else that's not, it does not feel like it was regarding something was just asking the guides if they can help me. Sebastian Rogers, young boy who is missing. So many. That's right. I don't know where he lives. I don't know anything about this kid. And that's what I like right now. Maybe afterwards I'll look up some more information. I'm going to switch over here in a few minutes. Trying to connect to the energy of Sebastian Rogers. I feel like the dad who loves him very much has a better handle on dealing with him, Sebastian. But they have some moments that really are difficult. It's difficult almost to deal with him. Maybe because of his autism or because of behavioral things, I don't know. And then I see a woman, I don't know if this is his mother or some kind of other person that is involved in Sebastian's life, but is kind of gives him, it feels like this person really gets to Sebastian sometimes. Again, this is just what I'm picking up by trying to connect to his energy. Don't know if this is right. And whatever this was, it kind of set him off. I don't know if that's what spurred him to want to leave or to leave the house. I do wonder why I saw the woods and him laying on the ground. I don't know if there's anyone else involved in this kid's disappearance or if this was on his own volition. It feels like someone tried to approach him. I don't know if they tried to approach him in a negative way, but I feel like they either tried to approach him to help him, to find out more about him, and it's almost like he ran. He ran and hid. I would be curious to know if there is extensive woods or like a larger wooded area around where he is. It feels like this boy ran away from someone approaching him. I'm going to go ahead and run my sound bank of pure gibberish. Man's voice, just I'm asking for one of the guides to work with me. Michael or Chris or any of my other helpers tonight. I felt like I saw something to do with the woods. Does that have anything to do with this boy, Sebastian? Okay. Now, as I connect or try and ask for his energy to connect with his energy, do you guys pick up anything? Do you feel anything about this boy, Sebastian Rogers? something. Is there any information that you guys can give me or can share with me that you know that I may not know? Do you have a lead or any insight, intuition on where this boy is, Sebastian Rogers? Do you feel, let me ask you, was the vision that I was getting about him laying in the woods or something to do with the woods, did that have anything to do with Sebastian Rogers? Do you feel that it did? Okay. Is Sebastian Rogers still alive? Do you know? Can we tell if he is still alive? I'm going to ask on this other box and then we're going to wrap it up because I didn't want to ask for too long tonight. I appreciate you guys working with me. I've been doing some amazing work lately and I'm very grateful for that. I figured I would at least designate some time and try and ask for this boy, even though I know nothing about him. And, you know, what I was picking up is interesting. Lets me know that I am getting something on him. Don't know if it's accurate, but I'm going to share it, put myself out there and share it with the people that follow this work. Is there anything that you can share? I'm going to ask some of these same questions again. Switch over to this other box and try it with you guys just a few minutes and then I'm going to wrap it up. Okay? Alright, let's see. I'm inviting you, the guides, to use this with me just a few minutes and then I'm going to wrap it up. The vision I saw of a young boy laying on the forest, on the woods, on the floor, on the ground, did that make any sense? Is there any truth to that? Was he taken by someone? Was Sebastian Rogers abducted in some way? Was he taken by someone? Was he killed? Was his life extinguished? Was he, did something happen to him where he's no longer alive? Sebastian Rogers? Yes. Well, I want to thank you. I know this isn't easy and it's not easy to get across information, but I'm trusting our connection and what we do. I hope it helps in some way. Many people wanted to know about him and are trying to find him. So I wanted to at least try my part in seeing if there's any information I could get. So I just want to thank you guys. Any final messages for tonight? Alright, I love guys, and I thank you. I thank you, and if there's more that I hear from this, I may ask again, but this was just an initial time of seeing if there's anything that you guys can help us in a session, so thank you. Okay, today's date is April 7th. It's a little after 6 p.m. Eastern. I am attempting to ask about Sebastian Rogers again. And I picked up some things about him being in the woods, laying on the ground, I felt. I felt like there was a part of him that was weak and unconscious. I felt like he was having an issue with a woman within his life. I don't know if that's his mother or some stepmom or some female figure, older. That's just what I got. Now again, I don't know anything about the case, and that's the way I would like to keep it until after I post the video. I may look up more, but I didn't get too much through my box. Okay, I've chosen a young male's voice. Sebastian Rogers, I do not know if you are okay or anything about you, but I'm asking if you would like to speak, if you are indeed on the other side. Sebastian Rogers, I'm asking for you. That sounds like a male's voice. Is there any information you can tell us, Sebastian? Is there anything you can tell us what happened to you? Did someone hurt you? Did someone have anything to do with your disappearance? All right. I'm going to try something else. All right, I'm asking for one of my guides. Any of you guys can help us understand anything about Sebastian Rogers. Is there any information that you can give us about Sebastian Rogers? Hold on. How about now? Nope, hold on. How about now? Okay, if it's too long, you guys know that it's really hard to make out. So when it's shorter phrasing and it's slowed down a little bit by you, then I can make it out. But I want to thank you. I'm just attempting stuff. I know it's not easy, but we don't get anything unless I at least try. So I just want to thank you. Is there any final thing that you want to try and say now?
Alright, I'm asking for one of my guides. Any of you guys can help us understand anything about Sebastian Rogers. So any information you can give us about Sebastian Rogers. Hold on. How about about, hold on. How about now? If it's too long, you guys know that it's really hard to make out. So when it's shorter phrasing and it's slowed down a little bit by you, then I can make it out. But I want to thank you for testing stuff. I know it's not easy. We don't get anything unless I at least try.